Welcome to the first episode of the CSS series. In each episode, I'm going to teach you the fundamentals of CSS in just 5 minutes. And at the end of the series, we'll apply what you've learned and create a website portfolio that will help you jumpstart your web development career. I'm Nems and I'm part of Pixelate Academy that aims to help aspiring web developers build their skills through learning and application. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to get latest updates on web development. In this episode, I will be explaining what CSS is, how it works, and the 3 ways on how you can add CSS to your website. So stay tuned to the end. There are 3 foundations of web development. These are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is for creating the structure of web page content by setting the headings, paragraphs, links, and a lot more using HTML tags. You can watch my video about HTML to learn more. The second foundation is CSS, which is used for styling web pages to make it more presentable. This is what we'll be discussing in this series. And the third foundation is JavaScript, which is used for adding functionality to web pages. Almost all websites on the internet, like YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, use these 3 foundations. And I'll show you why CSS is very important for presenting web page content. Here we have the homepage of YouTube. I will disable all CSS that this web page uses by clicking the Disable All Styles button on this browser extension called Web Developer. Now you see what happens when YouTube does not have any styles or CSS applied to it. You won't be able to use the search, navigate the website, or even watch a video. Without CSS, the functionalities, accessibility, and even the simplest services of the website cannot be used by your users. CSS helps you create websites that serve a purpose, that help people, and make them happy. So let's get right into the 3 ways you can add CSS to your website. The first way is through inline styles. As I have said earlier in this video, HTML tags are used for structuring web pages, which, when combined with content, are called HTML elements. These tags have attributes that help control the element's behavior, and one of those attributes is the style attribute. You can add your CSS declarations by putting them inside the style attribute. This attribute also accepts multiple declarations separated by a semicolon. Let's have an example. You can follow along by opening Notepad and copy the HTML script that I will link in the description. In the HTML script, we have 2 elements, the heading and the paragraph. When we open this HTML file on our browsers, we can see that the heading and the paragraph contents are correctly structured. The heading with bold and larger fonts, while the paragraph with the default font weight and the font size, which for most browsers is 16px. Now let's try to set the color of the heading to red, the color of the paragraph to green by using inline styles. First, we add the attribute name style, and then we add the equal sign. Next, the double quotation marks, which signals the beginning and the ending of the attribute value. And then we enter the CSS color property with the value red. Remember to add a semicolon after your declaration so the browser can properly display your styles. Then we'll set the color of the paragraph to green. Next, we save the document. And finally, we open the HTML document on the web browser to see the changes. Inline styles are useful when you want to apply a couple of CSS declaration to your HTML. The second way to add CSS is through the embedded styles. Embedded means attached to something. So you will add your CSS declarations in your HTML document. You can do this by using the style HTML tag. The style tag is used to define style information for a document. Let's try it out on our HTML. First, remove the inline styles. Next, add the opening of the style tag, and then the closing of the style tag. Then inside, we'll add a CSS declaration for the heading and the paragraph. We'll set the color of the heading to pink and the paragraph to yellow. Again, don't forget your semicolon. Last thing to do is to save this document and open it on the browser. Now you see that the browser still applied the CSS through the embedded style. This is useful if you have a lot of declarations but do not want to create a separate style sheet file, which is the third way you can add CSS to HTML. Now you see that the browser still applied the CSS through the embedded style. This is useful if you have a lot of declarations but do not want to create a separate style sheet file, which is the third way you can add CSS to HTML. An external style sheet is a way to link a CSS file to your HTML document. We can do that by using the link HTML tag. But first, we'll create the CSS file. Just create a new notepad and add your CSS declarations. As you can see, I used the CSS selector to tell the browser that these declarations are to be applied to the heading element. I'll be teaching you about the different types of CSS selectors in the following episodes. For now, let's concentrate on this external style sheet and save it with the .css file extension. We'll put it on the same folder as the HTML for linking purposes. Open your HTML file and comment out the embedded styles to avoid conflicting declarations. The link tag has two required attributes. First is the relationship attribute that tells the browser what the relationship of the linked file is to the HTML document. The second attribute is the href attribute. This tells the browser to find a file that is named style.css. Now let's try to open it on the browser. As you can see, the browser has applied the correct styles to the HTML elements. Using external style sheets help you add hundreds or even thousands of CSS declarations to your HTML for a more awesome website. You can even link multiple external style sheets to your HTML document. Just use the link tag for every CSS file. Also, you can change the directory or path of the external style sheet. Let's try to do that by creating a folder and moving the CSS file inside the folder. Now, don't forget to change the value that we have set for the href attribute of the link tag on our HTML document. You'll need to add the folder name styles and then a / to indicate that the file is inside the folder. Save the HTML document and then open it on your browsers and voila! The style sheet was still linked and the styles were applied correctly. Last reminder before we end this episode. Browsers follow a hierarchy to what styles will be applied if there are multiple CSS properties but different values for a specific HTML element. The top level style will be the inline styles. Next are the embedded styles, and last are the external style sheets. We'll have a separate episode where I'll be explaining the complexity of CSS hierarchy. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if you've learned something today, tell your friends about our channel so they also can learn about front-end development. Thanks for watching. See you later, Pixelators!